Guys, today the nonfiction book that we're going to be reading is called Horses, and it is related to the fictional text that we read this week called Real Cowboys. And just like with any other nonfiction text, we will be learning some new information. So at the end of the book, you need to be recording 2 to 3 facts that you learn about horses. The next page is our table of contents page, which we know is a text feature and lets us know what each section of the book is about. So in this book, we'll be reading about the history of horses, some different parts, what makes a pony. So lots of new learning we'll be having today. So our first section is called, Do You Know the History of Horses? So again, you should be thinking about new learning that you're having, and you will be writing down 2 to 3 facts at the end. The earliest horse fossils go back many, many years ago and were found in North America. Like most mammals, horses came after the dinosaurs. In the caveman times, horses were hunted for food, but the men soon realized that they could be domesticated for better roles. Now I want to point out this word domesticated, and you should notice that it's darker than the others. That means that word will be in the glossary. Horses have been used for many different purposes for humans, such as horse-drawn chariots, farm work horses, or race horses. With the invention of the car, the role of the horse changed for people who could afford automobiles. What are different parts of a horse? Horses are measured using the term hands. The average horse is about 15 hands tall. Hands equal 4 inches. So if a horse is 15 hands tall, that means he is 60 inches tall. Horses are measured from the ground to the top of the withers, not the top of their head. So notice here is a picture of a horse, and this is considered a diagram because it is labeling all the different parts of the horse. So this would be considered a text feature. How does a horse sleep? Have you ever heard that horses sleep standing up? This is true. Horses can sleep standing up. A horse's greatest way to protect itself is to be able to get off to a fast start. If he is standing, he is more likely to get this fast start. Horses have special locking joints at their stifles and elbows that allow them to stand, sleep, and not fall over. A horse may lay down too, but he will usually prop himself up on his breastbone so that he can quickly get to his feet. Horses only sleep about 4 hours a day. And notice again that word breastbone is bold. That means it will be in the glossary in the back of the book. What sounds do horses make? The most common sound a horse makes is a neigh, which is a fairly loud vibrating noise. This is used to call out to other horses or a person. A whinny is a softer sound that is used to greet someone the horse is familiar with. Horses that are in pain will groan or grunt. And lastly, young horses will squeal when they are playing with each other. What makes a pony? A pony does not mean a baby or young horse. It is a kind of horse. There are adult ponies that will never get larger than about 14 hands tall. Ponies are unique because they are longer than they are tall. There are over 30 different breeds of ponies in the world. Ponies are described as friendly, smart, and sometimes stubborn. Many times they are used for younger children to learn to ride because children are less intimidated by the size of a pony compared to a horse. Why do horses wear shoes? A horse's foot is protected on the outside by the horn, which is like a fingernail. The horn is naturally worn down as the horse walks. Horses wear shoes to protect the bottom of their feet and to angle their feet better for running. A farrier is someone who specializes in putting shoes on horses. Every month or 2, the farrier will need to refit the shoes. Horseshoes are made of metal and nailed into the hard part of the horn so not to hurt the horse. Many people see horseshoes as a sign of good luck. Do horses think? Horses can think ahead when necessary. They are also problem solvers and learners of routine. If a horse is fed the same time every day, he will make his way to dinner spot knowing his food will be arriving soon. Many scientists suspect that horses have a sixth sense that allow them to detect danger and also know how his rider is feeling. Horses learn best from a calm voice and gradual steps. Screaming at horses will frighten them and make them harder to control. And this is the last page. This is our glossary, which has all of the bold terms that were in the text. So take a moment and look at the meanings of those words. And if you need to go back and watch this again, you can. And now that we are finished, you need to be able to write 2 to 3 facts that you learned about the text horses.